so far we're doing pretty good. How'd you wind up lining up Rio Station for this tonight?
Well, I thought it was fitting since I'm from Rio Grande, and figured I'd do it as a kind of a hometown type of show, and yeah, that's about it. I figured it should be in my hometown.
Well, let's talk about the title on this, Honey, I'm Homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Where'd the title come from?
Well, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek, it's kind of dark humor, but I had a house fire in July 2013 that destroyed my home, and it's kind of what the cover depicts. And
That's your home on the front?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful home.
Thank you. But yeah, and we've been out of our home ever since then. So I guess what was it, 16 months now? Something like that.
Are you in the process of rebuilding, or?
That's a long story.
Uh-oh.
But someone was paid to fix the house. Let's just say that. But 16 months later, he's not there. So.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's kind of like a dark joke about, because that's the first thing I said when I called my girlfriend after it happened, and I was telling her that I was back from work, and I was like, honey, I'm homeless. I just thought, I was like, that's kind of a bad way to break it to her, but I was like, you know what? It's got to be the album name. It's got to be.
I said, it's kind of a shared experience, although mine happened in 1968. I was a junior in high school, and our house fried 5 days after Christmas. Liz remembers it quite well because she was part of a cheering section in my front yard as the house was burning at 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's a scary thing. I mean, I rolled over, looked out my window, said, boy, those bakers didn't turn out their Christmas lights. And then I went, whoa, those aren't Christmas lights. That's a bad thing.
Were you home when it happened?
I was out on a shopping trip, literally 5 minutes, if that. I was helping out with a charity at Walmart. And then while I was there helping out, I just got the call, and my mom's in hysterics, and I didn't understood, I didn't understood. I didn't understood grammar, and then
we're not big on grammar here, so feel free to butcher the English language as much as you'd like
to. I didn't know what she was saying exactly, so it didn't really hit me. And then about 30 seconds later, I just said, "Oh my gosh, my house is on fire," and I just rushed right home. I was still kind of in shock for a long time after that.
It's a long recovery process if you ever do hit the point where you actually recover from it.
Yeah, we're hoping soon.
Yeah, I remember, and I remember when Myra put up a page on Facebook right after that happened.
Oh.
And that's why it stuck in my mind, because I knew where the title came from as soon as I saw the ad for the album release.
Oh, that's a flame coming out
Yep.
of the top of your roof. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's actually not a real flame. It's actually drawn on there.
I can tell.
Nice.
Okay, there's a reason that we didn't invite Dustin to bring his drums back with him today. So, continuing on in a musical vein, why don't we take a break from discussion for a few minutes and give us another song?
All right. What do you think I should do?
You Caroline. Well, unless you want to have Caroline played.
You got that one where Dustin does the extended drum solo?
It's actually a floor tom solo. I don't think it made the final cut.
I don't know. I think I'll do a song from my old band, because I think the other songs on the album have been played and will play. The other ones I'm retuning. So I'll do this one. It's called I Don't Do You.
Something I
The multi-talented Dustin Showers here. Master photographer and posting on the event page. So if anybody wants to know what Brandon looks like, who doesn't know what Brandon looks like, Dustin just posted a picture.
I didn't get my good side.
I know, it's scary. You don't know what he's going to do next.
And if you'd like to listen to videos
Oh
at
my
the same
gosh,
time,
we got the video up there too now.
hey, we just
That's
we
nice.
got Henry here, we got Dustin here, we got Liz. You and I can leave for the for the next 29 minutes. We don't. These guys got the show covered. So let's talk a little bit. All right. So you picked up the guitar one day. We get so many people in this area, and I'll ask them how they started playing. And I would say we're running about a 75% ratio here of I went to Gino for guitar lessons.
It's okay.
Just panicking. Liz is
No.
is trying to blow up the computer right
No, don't.
now. And I'll tell you, the quality of guitarists that come through Gino on lessons just amazes me, and the number of people that are out there playing. He's something else. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about, you write, you play. What do you consider to be your main influences musically?
I would say my biggest influence is Van Morrison.
Okay.
Everything by him from when he was in the band Them to even now. I mean, he's just my all-time idol. Everything. Astor Weeks is, in my opinion, the best album ever made.
Okay.
I listened to that, from when I was a little kid to now. I still listen to it all the time, and just listening to it and how he does the kind of stream of consciousness poetry and stuff like that is very influential to me, and very influenced by a lot of old punk rock and rock and roll as well. And, bands like The Replacements and Alkaline Trio, Descendants, and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I like to base my music. I kind of want like a faster kind of punky feel, but I also want the lyrical consciousness of, like, say, Van Morrison or any of those people from that era. So I try to combine those and make it into my own style.
What's your writing process like? Do you have like any set? Are you a disciplined writer, or is it just I feel like writing something now?
You should just write one right now.
See, that's the thing is, probably 90% of my songs, I started writing maybe the first verse and a chorus, and then just didn't like it, scrapped it, and then come back to it 2 years later and like, oh man, that was a great song. Let me try that again. And that's almost every song on this new record was something that I put away and brought back and tried to finish. So I'm not very good at sitting down and writing a full tune. I'm very bad at that, actually. So I usually just piece everything together.
You know what? You are really lucky that wasn't lost in the house fire.
Yeah.
That would have been,
Yep.
yeah, lost for good.
You get all kinds of people checking in on the Facebook page.
Yeah, I want to do 2 shout-outs here. I want to say hi to Mikey Vengeance.
Hi, Mikey.
Haven't seen him in a while. It's great to see your name popping up there. And I also want to say hey to Gucci Pie and Barry Dempsey. Sounds like they're going through some tough times out there, but weirdly enough, I'm sitting here in my bare feet, as I always do, and I step on a card, right? And what's that thing called? Thumbtack goes right through my foot. And so I lifted it up, I picked it up, I turned it over, and guess whose card it was? Barry G. Dempsey. So I knew you guys were due for a shout out. Hey guys, hang in.
Well, let's take a minute and tell you this is the radio station at the Center for Community Arts, WCFA LP Cape May 101.5, and you're listening to Open Mic at WCFA with our guest in studio today, Brandon Smith, ably assisted in some way, shape, or form by the ever-popular Dustin Showers.
on triangle and kazoo.
Hey, some great classical tunes have been written for kazoo. It's going to be one of those shows.
Hey.
Hey, Liz gets to read something now.
Yeah, I want you guys to listen to What's Going On. It's WCFA's Community Information Show every Thursday from 6 to 7. And your host, Bernadette Matthews, presents guests who discuss topics of interest to everyone in the area and plays a mix of music at intervals. Underwriting support comes from Cape Publishing, publisher of Cape May Magazine, and from the Cape May Star and Wave, and from the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts and Humanities. You can reach the museum at capemay.com or 898-4500. You can reach the Star and Wave at starandwave.com or 884-3466. And you can find the Mid-Atlantic Center at capemaymac.org or 884-5404.
Wonderful. That was the best you've ever done.
I think it was.
You're reaching new
was.
heights in reading copy. That is totally amazing. We are blowing through this hour at a rapid rate. And we have this opportunity to let people listen to stuff that they won't be able to hear on your CD. So, how about playing something along those lines?
Alright. I'll play a song that I wrote that a lot of people know. And, it's probably one of my, if not my most popular song that I wrote. It's with my last band. It's called Hide the Bottle.
Now you're left with the taste of your land. Adding to that, one day when you told me you hang out with your dad. 'Cause it's fun when you're 17, not so fun when you're 20. Now you're tonight. From yourself, from everyone else. From yourself. You know that you're totally now. What you found over and I took too long. Super song you can't make sense. But you gotta be sure my friends are 'cause it's fun when you're 17, not so fun when you're 23. Now you're alright. Tonight, from yourself, from everyone else. From yourself, 'cause it's fun when you're 17, not so fun when you're 20. And now you're done all that.
I'm looking at that guitar. Did you know somebody wrote on your guitar?
Yes. It's actually the first one that's covered up is Glenn Matlock from the Sex Pistols. And the one below that is Sylvain from the New York Dolls. And both major influences of mine, and I was lucky enough to play with them, and they heard me play, and they really liked it. It's a good time.
See, had McDonough headphones setting. No. All right, kiddies. That time of the day. I was going to fade Gordon out, but I hit the button instead of fading Gordon out. Okay, now everybody out there listening is totally confused. So first, let me say that this is the radio station of the Center for Community Arts, WCFA LP, Cape May 101.5. And Liz, what is everybody listening to this week?
Open mic at WCFA presents Brandon Smith. We have Brandon in the studio. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good to have you. And his drummer
Drummer
with a pillow.
with a pillow.
Brandon, we're going to have to get you closer to that mic for your voice. It might squeak a little bit, but
Trying to make it not
yeah, we've got kind of a novel setup here. Okay, look, while we're readjusting this microphone, because it's always fun to do this stuff after the show starts, Liz reads so well. Read something, Liz.
Well, I was just thinking, if you ever wanted to wake up to Gordon Vincent, I just did. Like, whoo! Okay, there he was, right in my head. Okay, we are open mic at WCFA, and Roy and I present live music every week by local artists. We've really been blessed lately with a really interesting group of new folks, and we try to thread in the old folks as well. And we're underwritten by Riper Drywall and Home Repair. Remodeling with drywall, specialized ceilings, you know about the popcorn, interior painting, and some other home improvements since 1976. From simple to lavish, no job is too large or too small. You can reach Bob Riper at riperdrywall at AOL.com, or you can call him at 886-7935. And remember, listen to Open Mic every Sunday at 4 p.m. here at WCFA.
What? Oh, okay. We're going to need a sound check out there for somebody with a radio.
There's somebody now.
Huh? We're doing our usual after we've started the show sound check. We'd be a lot smoother at this, but it scares me when somebody like Henry Washington has a video camera pointed at me. It's
Hello.
all right. While we're doing this, let's say hi to Brandon. Brandon, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. Today is kind of a really special day for you. You got something going on tonight. What do you got going on?
We have the album release party for my new album, Honey, I'm Homeless.
Okay, we're going to talk about that title.
Yeah, we are.
Now, I think I understand some of where the title comes from, and it comes from somewhat of a shared experience over different decades. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But let's start off with this before we actually get into any conversation or anything else. How about giving the listeners an idea musically of what's going to be happening over the next hour? Why don't you play something for us?
All right. I'm going to start with track 3 from the album. It's called Brandy. Thank you.
All right. Okay, that pretty much gives everybody an indication of what's happening over the next hour. We want to thank James Black and Kathy Vita for the off-site sound checks.
And Rick Ferrani, the sound guy, just checked in.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah, just your guitar is very strong.
Okay.
He's gonna,
We
we're
have
gonna
the
turn up your
technology-
vocal a
we
little
have
bit.
the technology to deal with that. I was going to say something intelligent that totally escaped me here. So, let's do this. Let's talk to Brandon. He's here for an hour. Okay, Brandon, I don't think you and I have ever met before, have we?
I don't think so.
You know, you look familiar for some reason. We probably ran into each other somewhere along the line.
Probably.
You're from the area?
Yes, I'm from Rio Grande.
And how long have you been from Rio Grande?
Since '95.
Okay. And have you always lived in Cape County, or is this something new?
Pretty much my whole life.
Okay. We've got that out of the way. We have a checklist that we follow here. We just run right down. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. When we get to his favorite color, you can all tune out.
Red.
Red. Okay, I think we've explored that one far enough. I have seen that you've played with a couple of very popular bands in the past.
Yes.
And they were?
I played with members of the New York Dolls, members of the Sex Pistols, a lot of people over the years.
Wow, you've been busy.
Yeah.
What got you started playing music?
One day I just picked up the guitar and started playing, and I was having a hard time. I thought that I wasn't good. I was a left-handed guitar player, and I went to Gino one day, and Gino White, and he said you're not a left-handed guitar player. And he hands me a right-handed guitar, and I've been playing righty ever since.
I am sometimes left-handed, and when I was a little kid, I was going to play guitar, take lessons, and I told the teacher I needed to learn left-handed, and he said, "You're an idiot." I said, "Thank you." And he said, "You're using both hands, and you're going to be doing more with your left hand than you are with your right. Why wouldn't you want to play a right-handed guitar?"
Yeah.
You know, if you're left-handed, it gives you it gives some people with talent an advantage. Didn't do a whole lot for me.
I think this is where I go, oh no, Roy. Oh my gosh, it was
No,
the
you
best
don't do that,
advice
Liz.
you would ever
Don't do that,
received.
Liz.
Okay.
We're gonna have to pay over this.
No, what I like and what really makes me happy about all of this is, I think it was Brian Lee, kind of gave us the heads up that you were doing the CD release tomorrow night, or tonight, and then what happened was like people just kept inundating us. Are you gonna have him on the show? Are you gonna have him on the show? And I'm really surprised that somebody that actually Roy hasn't met and I haven't met. You've got a big network here
Thank you.
of admirers and people that are really looking forward to tonight.
Thank you. I hope so.
But Liz, we're holding out of the loop. She's ignoring me. She's studying Facebook. For those of you that are tuned in, we are monitoring the Facebook event page. If you have any comments or any questions, feel free to jump in on the Facebook event page.
And Rick, yeah, we see you.
We do?
No, he's sending us notes. He didn't know that we were seeing them.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's do a little more music for a minute or two while some of us got our collective heads together and Henry videos.
Oh, me? Okay. I didn't know if you were going to play something else.
No, I forgot my guitar.
I'm going to do track 2 off the album. It's called Catchy.
Touches now,
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm sitting here looking at your CD, and that was which one off of the
That
CD?
was catchy.
Okay, that was catchy. Tell me a little bit about the song. I mean, yeah, you seem to do quite a bit of songwriting, obviously. You have a CD full of songs.
Yeah. Well, each song is all from a different period in my life. Some were written first year of college, some were written in high school, some were written 2 months ago. It's all over the place. It's basically a compilation of things that I've always wanted to put on record. And every song's a little different. There's 2 major love songs which I played already, Brandy and Catchy. And they're just kind of like fun, catchy, happy songs, and then the rest are very sad, depressing songs.
How long has it taken you to put this CD together?
I'm asking Dustin, the drummer here, when we
I guess it
started
was like
this.
6 months.
6 months,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, that's about right. As far as the songs go, the songs that I've been trying to make on that record has been since about 2009. And finally got a lot of those on record. So yeah, I'd say that the process was about 6 months to get the record recorded and mixed and all that stuff and get it released.
Where'd you record it at?
Recorded at
Backroom.
Backroom Studios in Rockaway, New Jersey.
Okay. That's a lot of traveling.
Oh yeah, we stayed up there for 3 nights. They have a lot of rehearsal rooms and places you can sleep and little couches and stuff. And that was our whole game plan, was just get in there, get the songs done, go the next day, sleep for 2 hours, get up, do the next song, and that kind of thing. So we got it done in, 3 days? 4 days?
4 days, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just, it was a long process, but it was a lot of fun. And great engineer and great studio, and just a really good time.
Now, who did you have on the album with you?
On the album is myself and Dustin Showers, who's right next to me here on drums. I did the guitars, vocals, and bass, and he did some bass, drums, and vocals as well.
Okay.
Nancy.
And Nancy Malcoon. She's from the Atlantic City area, and she did guest vocals on 2 songs, and she's incredible.
Yeah, I'm looking at your special thanks to list. You're thanking a lot of people
Oh yeah,
on this CD.
there's a lot of people that definitely put a lot into this, and they helped with the pre-order I set up and things like that, and it was just a lot of people really wanted this record out, and it definitely helped us get everything together.
This is cool. Sorry, I'm just sitting here reading it. There are some names that are very familiar on there. This is very cool. Roy's looking at me like I don't have a brain in my head. I'm the one who's reading.
Liz reads very well.
You know, it would be nice, Roy. Why don't we, later on, why don't we do one of the tunes that has Nancy Malcolm on there?
We can do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
We have a CD player here and everything. We are like...
Which one do you think, Stolen or Heroin?
I'd have to get the radio edit of Stolen.
Yeah.
Well, then let's do number 6.
Even that.
Yeah.
Was that one? That was
I think that
okay.
one does it too. Yeah.
Does it?
Well, all right. Okay. You all tell us when we need to cough.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. That
Right.
sounds good.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, so who do you have with you tonight?
Who's playing in the band with us tonight?
Yeah.
We have myself on guitar and vocals, Dustin Showers on drums, and
And back up.
and Sassy McSass plays bass. And he's on his way from Florida right now, so hopefully he'll be here in time for
Come
the
on,
gig.
Sassy. He's cutting it close.
Yeah, he's gotten it close.
He's riding a dolphin.
He's riding a dolphin from Florida here.
120 miles an hour up I-95. This could be interesting.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've had to bail a musician out of jail.
Hasn't been too long for me.
I keep a much lower profile these days. I'll tell you what, why don't we, what did you say that was, number 6 on there?
Number 6.
Okay, why don't we play that one? if I can find the right button.
Very sad song.
That careful stare.
Like I said, we're masters of organization here.
I don't think there's language in the song, is there?
I'm trying to think of the very ending.